Hey YouTube. Okay. Um, I wanted to talk in this video. I wanted to talk about the pagan afterlife. Um, there are actually quite a few different. Since paganism is such an open religion, there are many different ways that this can be approached. A lot of pagans believe that, not all, but most pagans believe that we will be reincarnated into, into reincarnated on this earth, and then perhaps move on to somewhere else. And it's the moving on bit that I'm going to be very explanatory about. There are many different types of depending on which type of paganism you go or you study, each has its own type of special place. I suppose it's like a heaven of sorts. Amongst Wiccans, amongst some eclectic pagans, and amongst Wiccans most definitely, for the most part, there are these Summerlands, which is the concept of, the place where there's complete happiness, and it can either be viewed as a place between reincarnations, or as the end all heaven type thing. And the only reason I use the word heaven is because that's what a lot of people are used to. There's concept of heaven and hell. Amongst pagans, there is no such thing as hell. You're just dead. There amongst Irish believers, there's a place called Caer. Again, I haven't heard a lot of these words spoken, and if I do, it's through other people. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. So if you think that if you believe that I'm not pronouncing it right, please let me know. I would love to hear exactly how everything's pronounced. But there is, amongst the Irish, there's the Land of Youth, or Tir na Nog. But and it's it's the blessed realm where souls journey after death. There's no old age, no sickness, no death or anything. And it's sort of like the Irish Valhalla, which we're going to next. Amongst Nordic believers and Nordic heathens, as some of them call themselves, there's Valhalla, or the Hall of the Slain, and Folkvangr, which literally means the field of the host. And it's two separate destinations for warriors in Nordic myth. And that's where back in ancient times, that's where all the warriors and heroes went. But we're to quote what's that movie called? Great. One sec. I'll watch. I'll think of it after I'm done with the video. But to quote a certain movie, and I'll probably figure it out later. But we have become a nation of weeping martyrs, and not very few of us are actually warriors. So I'm not quite sure how Nordic believers kind of work that out. But anyway, there's also those who worship the Greek religion, or the Greeks who believe that they go to Hades, which a lot of people are familiar with. Thank you, Percy Jackson, for making my explanations and making this all so much easier. With Hades, it's the underworld where all the dead people go. It's often a dark and gloomy place. It's death. How joyful can you be with death? That's how the Greeks view it. But then there's all sorts of other different places, and I honestly can't think of any more right now. And if I do think of any more, I'll probably post it later. But for me personally, I think that, I think of a sort of a Summerland type of view, but not really. Let me explain. I think that I think that my soul's, gonna float up and see Eddie Road and hang out in Caer Sidi and Caer Road for a while. And then I'm gonna come back, so it's not really worth my time to go killing myself right now or anything, but yeah, I do think that I'm going to be reincarnated again and again, and I know that I'm not even close to being completely done with my reincarnations, if there is an end. And if there is an end, I'm probably gonna, hang out with Eddie Androve for the rest of time and all eternity. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Okay. Some people believe that we're all part of one source, and that when we die, we return to this source, and then we simply become part of the source. We lose ourselves, I suppose. And then new souls take our place, which I actually think that's quite interesting, an interesting concept. I personally don't think that's what's going to happen to me, simply because I don't think that there is one source. I don't believe that there is one source to everything. There are multiple sides to everything. There are multiple destinations, multiple paths, multiple different points of view. Even with all this, I don't think that there is one source. And that might be because of my aversion to the religion I grew up with, which is Mormonism. But, which is, there's one God. That's it. And so that might be my own aversion, but I personally don't think that, there's only one source. So, and to be completely honest, me being an eclectic pagan, any of these could be true. But if you have a different idea or a different belief in where your soul's gonna go, leave a comment, and we'll see exactly what else what other things pagans or other religions believe in. Post a comment. And thanks for watching.